5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night. Their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Alrighty then. Also, sorry about that really loud pause, the really long pause before. I forgot I muted my mic. I was explaining that I have allergies and I don't want you guys to hear me cough. And I'm just replying to something on Discord real quick, so sorry about this.
Hey there, Tech.
I heard that hello. Nice to hear from you. He's a dude. And I responded to that.
Yeah, you did.
I keep getting Discord messages, heck. I'm gonna turn the notifications down on that. And I will be doing his voice for the dialogue. I'm gonna make him a fire god-like. Look at them horns. Okay, he is of human descent. And, the way I play him, he is closest in this game to a wizard. So, Magic Boy is magic.
Is this Pillars 1 or 2?
It's Pillars 1. Okay, I got to have that hellish root. Okay, also the zappy zap.
Get ready for double Mercer.
I heard double Mercer. What? Crushing damage.
You will see.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh wait, are you talking about Aloth and crap, I am horrible with names. A deer. Because yes, I have played this before and I've encountered them before and I love it. Pillars of Eternity 2 has even more Mercer. Yeah, I think I'll go with that for him. He is a smart boy. So I'm gonna go put that up, and he is, I think this is the equivalent of charismatic, so I'm gonna bump that. Bump, 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 bump. And magic might, so boom, 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 boom. Boom. I got 2 left. I think I will bump his dex by 1 and this by 1, because he is a relatively tough boy. I actually have made him before in this game, but then I realized I thought you guys might want to see it, so I remade him. And I actually did make him Adir and Adiran. Also, it has aristocrat, so fancy boy is fancy. Yes, okay. And head number 1 fits him facially and horn-wise the most. I just imagine better hair, because why? That is just, no.
We stan a fancy man. Fancy boy has to be the fanciest.
Yes, he does. That face, though. That face. He is fabulous. And now for the green, because he wears a lot of green. Yes. So fabulous.
I'm here. I'm flattered.
Yes, this is what I wished. I wish I could do this voice for him. It's just the best.
Ah!
Even that scream. And yeah, I have made him before. And we have the fancy boy. Caravan Master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jaws quivering as if emphasis. Wow.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you are...
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside. Ooh, creepy.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks.
Ooh, fancy.
Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, Caravan Master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it.
Ooh.
You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Nods in your direction. Sparkle nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business. And not if the weather holds up.
What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never care to.
Ooh. What are these huge rocks coming up out of the ground?
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories.
Ooh.
It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days.
Okay, D&D Ramas would be all over these rocks because that honestly sounds cool as fuck.
The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
Creepy, but still cool.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body.
Noted, get
Got a
Ramas
schedule
some
to keep.
cool rocks.
Oh my god, dude, the way the voice thing on my PS4 says Ramas is funny. It said Ramas. But yeah, cool rocks are cool rocks. It's partially because I think rocks are cool and that just spills over. He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without a blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
Wow!
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Ooh, sassy?
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay
If you
too
get
well,
the chance,
if anything.
ask Gillian for cool rock picks. She has some really good ones.
I will ask Jillian that. That will be cool. And the text to speech said, Gillian!
Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
Oh, damn, it gives us such dad vibes. Fancy.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
I'm just doing this
She
because I
gets
hate
the
that
pronunciation of her name wrong all the time. PFF.
See. Too slow. Go fast. Stuff. Mine. And now I have lockpicks. I can
Not
open
sure how
this.
I feel about this.
Eh,
There you go.
mine now. Gotta go zoom. They just move too slow otherwise. Mine. Heck.
Anyone need supplies?
Also, the
I've
caravan
got sundries
master
for
is the
sale.
voice actor who plays Ansem in Kingdom Hearts Undead.
The box. Heck. I know this already. Mine. To stuff. Yes, I know this. I'm keeping that. Piggy! Ooh, what's this look like? No.
Gotta loot all the boxes.
Yes, I do. I do have to loot all the boxes. See a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic. Oh, man! This is why I wish warlocks could get mending. Because Ramas would fix that right up.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble as if he hasn't gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Who are you?
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
With an outlook like that, I'm sure you'll do well. Well, see, out. Just trying to do right by my family.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
Tell me about the Adia Empire.
It's not as big as it used to be.
He
but it's still
sounds
big.
like Orlando Bloom as
mainland
Will
is a
Turner in
continent
Pirates
northwest
of the
here.
Caribbean.
But the colonies used to include Raed Saris and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire. A fact, our companions are quick to remind me
But
of.
it's Liam.
And I think the voice that I'm using for Ramas is Sam.
It's Liam? Yes.
Oh my god, the text-to-speech
way.
is not doing you two text yelling justice. It is just so calm. It's Liam. Yes. No way. That's what it sounds like. Why do you move all the way out here?
Because it seemed friendlier than Raid Ceres? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
I love your text-to-speech, Melon.
Called me Melon. God damn it! Every text-to-speech either calls me Melon or Melon. I am not a fruit. The Deerwood is a former Adir colony, so it seems like a good place to start. And as much as I admire Rain Saren's work ethic, always struck me as a little fanatical. That's high-minded of you. Not at all. Just do my part. Let's see what you've got. Let's see what he has.
I am not a fruit. I am quoting you, LOL.
Harley, why? But it's true. I am not a fruit. I'm a cupcake. Oh, my dog just noticed. Teddy just noticed something with his little fuzzy face. Okay, gonna go this way. Heck. I hate that little thing in the corner. It's annoying. So I sometimes do that just to make it go away. Sparkle.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
I for some reason can see Ramas flirting with Liam Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see him flirting with them too, but Sparkle sounds kind of like a seer. Oh my god. I love it. Ooh, stuff.
Ramas ex Headen, Ramadan? Like the holiday?
Oh my god, Harley, why? Why? This past line's
We shouldn't stray too far.
I heard you.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Okie dokie. Oh no, a doggo! Evil doggo, it wants to eat me. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Yes, I know how to do that. Shut up.
That's for my friends.
Yes! That is for my friends. It's Ramas in a nutshell. Wait. Berries!
This is it.
You're the one who's supposed to be from some big noble family. My family has some clout among the elites, it's true. Yeah, how do you happen to come here? Doing this because it goes along with what happened in game with him when he was a baby. My family considers me an embarrassment and wants nothing to do with me. Got a lot on your mind then. Hopefully things work out in the end, but in my experience, they don't always. A long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Broderick's offer makes the girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle like the rest of us, love? It's a hard offer to pass up. You don't find many offers like that in these parts. Got something big in store? I'm going to settle here and start a new life. Well, who knows? Broderick pays well enough. Maybe we end up neighbors. I wish. She's cool. Wasting time. Well, then we'll give me an earful.
But they did work out in game.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's with his mom and dad and siblings and cousin and aunts, not frickin' grandma. Why are you here? Sister moved out here sometime back. Sent me a letter. Seems worried, but that's what she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out. That's got me a little worried. Haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Examil. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Heck. but I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me. So I'm here and we'll see. Adema I've worked with before, doesn't usually drive a route this way, doing it for me. Tell me about yourself. Simple needs, blah blah blah. Open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. Started in a deer wood. My parents ended up in the living lands. Got a brother in Rawatai and another.
Headen is voiced by Liam, but also Sam.
No, Ramas is Sam. Wait, how is he by both? What?
He has 2 credits with both of them.
Heck!
What?
What? I love the delay because it pops up at seemingly random times.
Is it their love child?
Oh, my god! Oh my god! What can you tell me about Deerwood?
URL the sauce.
Not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. Been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse.
I was so hping tech to speech would read the whole URL.
Alright, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath if Sparfle's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him first. Slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get water. You know what? I can't speak right now. What the heck? Yeah. Mew. Oh, mushrooms. Wondered Tilanus would like those. Hacking tutorials. I guess that they are important, and I have played some of the game, so there might be some I have not encountered, but for now they are annoying. I know how to do this. Heck. Heck, heck, heck. Oh dear. Ooh, what's this? Corpse is cold to the touch, and red smell wafts from it in putrid waves. There. Leather armor and lockpicks. I'm gonna give him the armor, which is better than just the clothing. Ooh, he looks fancy. I love. Nothing else over here. His head. This boy is on fire!
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
It's over here.
This is
Ooh.
recent. Not good.
Booze. I think. Yep, booze. It's beer. And this thing may have been here for days or longer. More mushrooms. I hate it when it goes off center. You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby, keeping watch.
I love the godlike. They look very cool.
Yes! As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line, just like Ramas not to notice stuff. Out of the trees emerges Sparfle, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow. There's a strangeness to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves toward you with labored breath.
Sparfle? Are you alright?
Sparfle's toe catches on a rock. He collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag.
Ambush!
Damn! Oh, wrong menu. Let's see, he's going smack. I know how to do that. Okay. Let's see, that one seems to have arrow, so boop. Go. And another one. Ah, wrong one. Heck. Ramas, you do that one. Kalisha, you do that one.
That's on me.
Heck yes, dead zone.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Mine. And mine. Gotta go fast. Eh. Die! But yeah, Ramas' D&D party doesn't have a bard, but in its place, we have Ramas. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Ew! Kalisha puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe, with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Aiden, last of your caravan left standing. Oh no! Lay down your arms, trespasser. Trespasser what? Trespasser, do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. The rune has not been sullied by our hands, men of Eglonfoth. Your words carry no weight when I've seen the truth.
Trey Pepper, I love it.
Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I am guessing you are worshippers of Gallowayne. If Gallowayne told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Aiden winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head intrigued. Of course. But he would not. It is by the command of all the gods that we accept his charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you were told? The man glares. It has always been done by people. I see. And what of Gallowayne's edict that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength? You think Gallowayne would want some moldy, crumbling stones to survive long after their builders have turned to dust? The man's nostrils flare as he fumes. He would not. He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did. Just not you personally. But why should that stop you from killing innocents? Distracted, the man's grip falters on his axe handle, and he nearly fumbles it, affording Aiden the moment he needs to dodge out of his swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges you instead. Magic, motherfucker! Let's see. I gotta get closer. What other spells do I have? I made the mistake of closing that. This guy gonna get some death blows. Magic, motherfucker! Yeah, a lot more than Ramas has in D&D.
Wonderful orchestral hook like that every time I reveal information to y'all in dethroned.
That would be cool. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us! Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good. Good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending posts and pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it's rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel, amidst a howl across chest and bowel, Odema's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Gotta go fast! Noom! Trailing against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up to the ledge. Aiden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who had been feigning death lunges for aid and topples him to the rocky ground. Restrained, Aoden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. In your position, you have a good chance of hitting your mark. Channel a bolt of energy towards the attacker. Eldritch Blast! Pew! Your aim is true, and the hit jars Aoden loose. Lurching to his feet, Aoden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. Diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it, securing his other hand. You pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Aoden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Huh. Yeah, fancy boy. He's a tough guy, too. Yeah, going by the picture, Ramas might like Aoden. And Kalisha.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
This is so great to have on while in neck deep in Photoshoplandia.
Gotta go, new.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
All those caves are a good preview of the party's future.
What happened out there? Windstorm. The kind they only get near Glonfot. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glonfothan word is Bewick. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their way out. But they take a living soul as soon as the dead one. Still got yours? Who attacked us? Glonfothans. Those would be the hut dwellers Odema warned you about. Look to be the fangs of Gallowayne, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin, looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odema. I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. The Glonfothans said we trespassed in the ruins. I don't believe that. Odema would never allow it. But as much as the fangs are hotheads, Glonfothans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. What about everyone else in our caravan? Wheels got hold of them now. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. You don't seem too upset about all this. She looks you in the eye, volatile current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know enough about me. You don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. And maybe I've seen worse, too. Seen worse and kept walking. Because there's nothing else to be done. Because there's other people you care about who still need you. Let's get going. Ooh, stuff. Mine? A mace, camping supplies. Taking both of them. And hammer and chisel. Yes. Ooh. All the stuff. Small shield, and I think that's another mace. Shh. Nothing else in here. Hacking tutorials. I get why you are important. But why? Heck. There's stuff. There's also this way. Oh, little guy. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and ribs show through its scaly flesh. We recognize it as a Zorip. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged breaths. Creature cocks its head and approaches you. Soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. Sniffs around you. Finding nothing of interest, it steps back and resumes its defensive posture. It's okay. I won't hurt you. Zorip recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around his spear. Cocks its head and approaches you. Soft clicking sound, another of that. Slowly back away. Going to stick to the wall and get the stuff. Heck, I didn't want to do that! Why? I didn't want to fight the little guy. I just wanted to move from the pot. A hunting bow and some lockpicks. Spear and a shield. That's down. Oop, we got a corpse. Okay, we got the crossbow, armor, an orb, a mace, and the journal. First left. Heck. Oh. Boop, boop. And set this to item type because I find that better to handle. Let's see. It's the same. Does it look different? No, it does not. Heck. Tattered journal. Books! Okay. Examine. Small folio is torn in several places. Blood is soaked in several of the sheets. One latter entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice and got my hands on a genuine Inquisition artifact. The fellow who had it said it was pretty nothing, as far as he's concerned. But he's not willing to go digging in some ruins. But if he's right about this gem leading to hidden treasure, then that's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. It'll lead to Keont Lee in the morning. Then it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. Ooh.
Wait, do you hear that?
Heck! Magic, motherfucker! Ooh, stuff. It's a hatchet. Is there anything in here? No. I'll check that later. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Traps!
They'll never know.
Gotta check them out. Good way to get so many of the XPs. So many X's and P's. All the letters.
Worth a look.
All the letters. So many letters. Oh, maybe Liam and Sam did different parts of voice acting for Aiden. Yay, that's all of them. Now, Ooh, I see here.
They can definitely imitate each other very well, lol.
Yeah, they can.
That roundish symbol.
Just like the
I'm
tiles.
sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there.
Let's see. Symbol of pattern circle is inscribed with my face! Boom! Flames kindle swiftly in the brazier, winding their way upwards. Heck yeah, fire! Wait, I wonder what is there if I don't like it. What do all the symbols do? More flames. Fire! More fire! And more fire. All the fire. Is there anything over here? Now it's boring. Ah. So bright and vivid. Procession of inquisitors from all the kids' races. I was reading that! They walk among pillars similar to the ones that span the chamber, each one topped with flame. Oh no, it's goo! Die! Die, goo! Ooze. Polax.
Where'd that slime come from?
Viscous and oily, the smug clings to anything it touches. Ew! Gross. A viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Water skin. All clean. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of his head, from the tight curls of his hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty. A gem, says the other. In goes the rock. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. Ooh! It's more goo! Yay, it's dead. More goo. Amethyst. Audra. Blinky!
They'll never know I'm here.
No. Why does it do that? Wait, what did Aiden discover? Why does it always do that?
Quietly now.
Said Aiden discovered something, but what? Not that. Heck! Well, that does lead to the hallway. That don't lead anywhere. That's just a wall. Cracks run through this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Don't try and push it. Heavy and soft. Kalisha pushes with all her might. The cracks begin to spread. Blah, 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 blah. The crack begins to spread. Finally, the ancient masonry gives way. The wall crashes down, revealing a circular room ahead. Ooh. Interesting.
Shh. I could scout ahead.
I know what's
See what's around the corner.
It's a baddie. You're gonna fight anyways. Ramas is not sneaky. No version of Ramas is sneaky. Aw, nothing.
They'll never know I'm here.
I hate it when it non-centers. Just bugs the heck out of me. Nothing interesting. Yay.
Do you feel that?
I think
There's
we
a
found an
draft
exit.
coming through that wall.
Sounds like the storm
Don't
passed
hear
too.
any sign of that.
Bug! And there are the traps.
Quietly now.
Is there anything secret? No.
They'll never know I'm here, sure Jan.
Oh, Ramas has no delusion at form. He's not. Rapier and a bloodstone. Shiny. Bats as large as chickens are strung in the webs. Is there anything secret in the room? There's a dead body. jasper, and agate. So many nice rocks. But yeah, Ramas can't sneak. He tries, and occasionally he succeeds, but most of the time, no. That's Jake in red. And occasionally Tylanus. Armor, depending. Ooh. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled ardra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone, or ash. The figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick gray beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with true protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book.
Blah, 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 bitch!
Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, a time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with ardra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of ardra that pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they're all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and ceremonial robe crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You're walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried, while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. What is it with Ramas? All instances now, and having their head fucked with... I love it, but why? I love it. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. The movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment. The figures of the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash.
Ramas should be very away from creepy gray men.
Yeah, he should. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Hey, at least this guy possibly isn't in his head. Aiden and Kalisha lie bloody on the uneven bodies, twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Yes, I'm gonna level up. Let's see. More lore because smart boy. I'll do this so he gets minor healing. Self-healing. Damage reduction. Yes. I'm gonna leave that alone because he is not a sneaky boy. But he is kinda handy. And he is smart boy. What would be a good spell? Ooh. If someone gets too close, he's gonna smack him. Just a second, gotta sneeze. I'm back. Ah! Wrong one.
He needs the good pass without a trace.
Yeah, but he can't cast that. And Scion of Flame for that fire resistance. He is fancy boy. Look at that book. It's a nice book. Yes, I know he's tired. I'm gonna take it off. Ooh. Dry cat. More mushrooms! Ah! St. Giron's horn. It's a flower. Pretty. Ooh. Flower. Ah! Is there something back here? No, there is not. I'll pass through. I know vessel flesh is gross, but it's handy, I guess. Pilgrim's crown. Creepy. He needs to make a camp. Damage reduction. At least he's not that tired anymore. To Valenwood. I just slept 6 hours, now he's gonna walk 6 hours. I forgot to do armor and stuff, but I'll do that when the screen loads. Ooh. Armor and camping supplies. Ooh, flowers. Okay, inventory. Let's see. Well, he's gonna get the cape. Because, heck yeah. All the armor's the same. Nah, that's more Atlantis thing. Ghost! Blood moss. Ah! Why does it always do that? Why? More ghosts. Great. The young dwarf tending to the stew looks up, startled as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle spattering stew across the ground. What? The bandit says, "Get him, you dogs! Make sure our new cook don't run off." "Help, please, help! Ah!" One of the bandits gives 10 for it, the kick as they pass it, and he huddles. Okay. Ah! I meant to do the magic. Let's see. Oh, well, they're going to burn soon enough. Burn! Gonna do the book smash. Ding. Die. Mine, 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 mine.
Gods keep you.
By the flame, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought I'd be stuck cooking with these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they were bored of me, I suppose. I must get back home. I only hope they haven't hired a replacement. He looks major positive. Yeah. It's empty, but for a pair of stained cuts and stink of unwashed bodies. Ew. Let's see, oh, it's the same. But it looks better! It's the same. Garon's grasp south the Gilded Vale. Oh, nice cape.
Welcome.
Man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he said, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. I'm only passing through. I mean to reach Gilded Vale. You're headed the right way. Shouldn't be too much further, and there's no missing it if you keep to the road. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing, and Pearly, he didn't make it. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, the forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Who are you? Name's Nantan. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't a spot of luck since. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. What happened to your friend? We didn't see it coming. Voice shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag. Pearly, he saw something in the brambles, and we went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance, and the bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening. The beasts will take what they will, I suppose. And this time, Galawain's favor fell upon the bear. Where did you find this bear? In a cave ways up that way. It's pointed to the northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It's a great brute of a beast. Hate to hear it took another life. Farewell. Oh, thanks. I love the way to that little thing. There is a dog! I'm gonna bonk it!
I'm watching this in the Tomb of Horses stream.
Ramas is going to smacky, smacky, smack, and bonk. Wolf hide. Ooh, what's this? 2 agate. Oh, both of them. An amethyst. Wow, now this doesn't look like a familiar necklace, JM. I'm keeping it. Can Ramas climb this? These aged walls appear to have once encircled this entire glade. Only a small fragment remains, and the stairs leading up to the top structure have crumbled away. Look at it more closely. The heavy bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. Won't try climbing. You find a handhold upon one of the large stones and start to pull yourself up, but the uneven bricks and odd angle of the descent makes climb
Wish I
difficult.
had this game to play with you. Hopeful I could make a seer in the game.
Yeah, that would be awesome! A seer in this would be badass! You are forced to drop back down to the ground. Oh, damn. Items! Where is it? There it is. I'm gonna wear it because, yes. I don't care. Box! Camping supplies
It
and...
will awaken at some point, I'm sure.
Hopefully. Ooh. Mine. I know there's stuff. Ooh. Crate.
I've had my eye on pillars for a while myself after seeing the crit roll cast do Vox Machina dialogue for 2, but now I really wanna get tea.
It's really fun. More mushrooms! Oh, I'm sure Talantis would love all these mushrooms I'm finding. Another Zorb. Pew! 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 How did I miss? Pew! Spear, shield, and... Is that a... oh my god, it's a tongue. Nah. Flowers. You know what? I am gonna have him wear that cape.
He will.
You know what? I am going to wear the minor cloak of protection, but I am going to keep. Oh wait, I'm gonna examine. 50% of poison effect, tick rate, 50% disease. Amulets are most often
mushrooms and rocks, cool rocks.
Yes, really cool rocks. Okay, torque stars difference. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I know just in my head, he is still wearing that necklace.
I'd be down to do some crazy stuff as a seer. Not sure on what limits the character creation has for this game.
Oh, it's pretty cool. I had to make Ramas buff as heck because that is also magical might. So this is the buffest Ramas ever. Ooh. More rocks! Jasper, turquoise, agate, turquoise, and jasper. Ah. And
it's Ramas with the gauntlets.
Yes, it is! It is Ramas with the gauntlets of ogre power. Look at that fancy cape. All billowing behind him. Shit. 2 gilded bell. 8 hours. He gonna be sleepy boy. There actually is a...
Ramas is monster.
Yeah, he's a monster! He can also make himself look like one too, and he did that twice and scared the shit out of 2 different groups of people,
Ramas,
and it was amazing.
You should have aimed for the head. Snaps fingers.
Yep. Going slow for the dramatic effect because I know what happens in this area. Going slow for the drama. Ooh. I can already see 2 more mushrooms.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
Glance snarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. I feel at home already!
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
That's a rather personal question.
And an important one nevertheless. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly towards the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement.
Interesting.
It will have to wait until after the birth.
Charlatans,
we can continue
you
our
say?
interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
Well, I don't know how well Ramas and Asir would get along. I hope well, but charlatan, yeah. I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a Beowick. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any
Royce get
condition to
along well with Anthony.
Consider
I think the
yourself
dynamic
fortunate.
might be similar.
After she
at
failed
best.
Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others.
I
A bad
think
cure is often
Royce
worse than
and
none at all.
Anthony got along okay, I think, if I remember correctly.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a
like
dead
they weren't all
Audra petal
buddy
to rub
buddy,
on your
but
forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit.
Yeah.
My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
If you have any other questions, I wouldn't hesitate to ask.
Didn't have enough time to really flesh it out, sadly.
Yeah, they did, and it makes me sad. You said something about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy before. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Deerwood for almost 15 years now. Children born without souls. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe, barely.
Well, I might do another run of it around summer solstice time eyes emoji.
I love how it says emoji.
Keep an open mind this June.
Heck yeah! Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. In truth, no one
Pillars
knows.
2 would be kick-ass to stream with.
Yeah, but it's not out for PS4 yet and my computer can't run it. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading it after the Saints' War, and so the name Widewind's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see. Lord Radric's degrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. You'll want to mind where you mentioned that. Trespassing on within ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People try anything these days. Barath have mercy, we certainly have. I don't think so. Just as they finished, there was a Beowick. He pauses, spectacles on his sleeve. If you have been that close to a Beowick, you shouldn't be standing here.
Keep
goodbye.
out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
Oh no.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same.
Ooh.
You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What do you mean? You come to us in a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Barath must be redoubled, says the city Githany. What happened? I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps. But that is not your concern. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest at the inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Farewell. Going over this way 'cause I saw the mushrooms. Settler's arrow. And I saw some back here. Oh, it's moss.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Looking for anyone who can help me feel better. My condolences.
Look, it's Mercer 1.
Yep. And there's Mercer 2. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm, his face partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature
Mercer
suggest...
2 and 3 are around this corner.
Heck yeah! But his height and stature
and
suggest...
that's the elf husband.
Yes! And if I get the second game with Ramas, I want this, because... Wait, shit, I just realized, what is it with Ramas and elves? God damn it!
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Everyone calm...
That makes it 2 of us.
Everyone calm down. Whatever this is about, I'm sure it's an overreaction.
Hard motherfucking eyes.
Yes! All heart motherfucking eyes. One of the other men...
I love his Aloth voice.
Yes! One of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze looks... We're humble folk, but we're no fools. Not like he thinks. Mocking us while he shelters in our village. We don't take to that kind of talk from foreigners, especially not Adirans. Someone looks you up now. And that means you too.
Wait a sec, that voice sounds familiar. The lady.
What lady? Oh, the townslady. I don't know where she's from. That means you too. Don't push us.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
Lawrence, this... Mercer's... Islamir voice was actually a bit of inspiration.
She's Cindy Robinson, I think. I was Googling the verses earlier.
Nice. Also... this third Mercer voice was actually partially my inspiration for Nella!
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
Oh my.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
This is unnecessary. This is unnecessary. Wouldn't you rather be drinking inside rather than out here arguing? We don't take orders from any blazing adherents. We don't take charity neither. Sounds suspiciously like you're defending him. Ah! Wrong one. Magic, motherfucker. Wow! One shot! Holy shit! As the last of the attackers falls, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
I'm glad I could help. Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts, as is the company of a fellow countryman. He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvusser, at your service.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan ruins? Oh, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. I mean, half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious. What exactly did you find there?
A Bewick.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
What are you doing in Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
Like you said, I've been experiencing things. I'm gonna go with that. Like you said, I'm also a settler.
Indeed. In that case, welcome to Gilded Vale, a true refuge from civilization.
You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
Just how did you manage to cross those three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did make a rather lewd suggestion regarding one of the aggressors and his own sister. That. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't. I heard the same thing. For just a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
So do I. Let's go then.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Yay! Fine. I'm going to change his AI as it's active. No, I want to lead by Ramas.
Mercer joins the party.
Yes! 2 Mercers, technically. Lah! In here. Did you know that his last name is actually Miller? I was weirded out too when I found out a little bit. Ew.
How do you do?
Hello and welcome to the... Oh, it's you! Tenford told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenford said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. So what would you like? I'd like to know more about the Black Hound. Really? Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years, but the Black Hound's fairly new. You get a lot of new faces in here, too. Fewer than we used to, I'll admit. Tenford's the big draw. I I'm sure we'll get the big crowds back again in no time. I used to work the tables, actually, until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him. He left his poor hound behind. That's the name,
Watch
see?
The Tomb of Horses with Harley and I've got a voice for character inspiration.
Oh, cool. Nobody's sure what happened. That's the name, see? The Black Hound. It's still sitting upstairs, pining after him. Poor old girl. The place ended up in my hands somehow. My very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far.
You'll most likely laugh your ass off.
I laugh at everything, dude! Please say where you like. Would you like a drink? Or a room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much in the way of a good meal today. Unless you're fond of cold porridge. Could I see what you have for sale? I'm sure you'll find something to your liking. We have the finest...
No, seriously, this voice is hilarious no matter what is said in it. Laugh.
Oh, I know. Oh, I don't doubt that. I'm just saying, I laugh at everything. It makes me laugh. I'm sure you'll find something to your liking. We have the finest cook in the Deerwood. And to the celly. I want it to be by item type. I should probably... Oh, we both leveled up. That's cool. First, I'm gonna do the inventory stuff. I see. Weaponry, blah, 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 blah. It's all...
If this is pre-aspect of the moon Ramas, I feel bad for elf husband.
Oh god, yes! It probably is! I don't think there's...
Also, I just actually checked, and if we do a summer solstice vampire game, it will actually fall good with our current stream schedule since skipping the rest. It sounds like a hysterically insane Stewie Griffin.
Also, Lawrence Arley, just so you know, Ramas snores like a goddamn chainsaw! So, yeah, if this Ramas needs to sleep, he probably snores like a chainsaw.
We stan a snoring legend.
Yes!
Yes.
He is a snory boy. Okay, I'll give this to him because Aloth has lower stats in the place need. Okay, and the rest, yeah, I think I can sell all of it.
Good day, stranger.
Can I see what you have for sale? Okay, I'm going to sell the things. Daggers and the hats. They don't do diddly. Mace, blah blah blah. Doop. Keeping that just in case. Sell. Wait, which is I? 8. Okay, sell. Poleaxe. Stick.
Mayor Oatskrangle is best horse.
Okay, going to sell both the wolf hides and the tattered journal. Okay, and that's good. I forgot to do this. Which is better? They are the same.
Greetings.
Dip. 5 copper? Really? Okay. I'm gonna see what she has. That's armor, clothing, food. Ooh, cookies. And booze.
Well, alright, gotta tuck myself in for tonight. Night, Malin.
Night, Lawrence. Sleep well. I'm going to get some camping
Keeper
supplies.
of the Ho-Ars.
Gonna buy 2 camping supplies. They are expensive. Okay, there we go. And
well met, friend.
I'd like a room, please. Certainly, you're always welcome. See, common room. Just gonna snooze. Yes. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating...
They are gonna share a room, Wiggles eyebrows.
Oh, dude! That popped up right as I was reading the dream sequence. That was the best timing. Your sleep is restless and fevered. Oh my god, my younger brother just sent me 2 texts to XD in that order. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers. More text from my bro. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening.
You were the one to get pro efficiency on that.
Oh, I know I was. I know. I know that all too well. Well, you were the one who allowed me to get that. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face... My brother just sent me the text, D-O-R-K. Hanging from the tree is an... Oh, this is just making me laugh. An old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. And I got a ping from my brother. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word. Watcha. My brother keeps texting me. I love him, but he is a little pain in the butt. I made my phone snooze. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Ew. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Creepy. Gonna level my boys up. Okay, more smarty pants. More sneaky boy. And more, the thing. Wait, no. I'm gonna bump that up. Because he is a noodly boy. But he is not very dexterous, so he gets this. And the only thing I can bump up is stealth. Nah. So much fire! Oh, I get 2 of them. For some of the spells, I'm trying to go what he has in the D&D game. Or at least similar ones. Okay, he gonna get that. Blinded. I'm gonna do this because fuck yeah. And now for Aloth to level up. He gonna get smarter. Just doing this for the little bit of self-healing. He gets a sneaky. infused with vital essence. And a bewildering spectacle.
Second wind is a blessing on big fights.
Oh yeah, it is.
Sneaky fancy lad.
Yes.
Especially cause not big on the cleric.
More stuff, more stuff. There's a popper up here. Oh, don't worry, there's the thing he's getting next level up that will more reflect current Ramas. It is nice. Especially since multi-classing ain't a thing in this one, it bugs me. But it sort of reflects the thing. Ooh, what's here? And it's a book! What's in here? Gotta check here. It's a book. Ooh, 3 lockpicks. All of them are mine.
Not sure how I feel about this.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hope that helps.
Okay, a rapier, a fancy hat, and clothing. Hat! Doggo! The hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. Sorry, girl, I don't think he's coming back here. She whines softly again, head tilting. Well, you can come along with me. Maybe you will find him along the way. Her ears prick up. She trots over to you and barks happily. Wow, Ramas can charm anything! I just thought of something rude. Ramas gets all the bitches. My dog just hit a box. Silly pupper. I'm giving him scritches. He is looking at me like, why are you touching me?
Why tech?
Why what? We're on the balcony and it's raining. I told her that's not the pistol. The squat, distended body of an elder.
Text-to-speech doesn't convey the emotions right.
I know that. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bough that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings. But there's a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it. Not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. He's gonna touch it! You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out towards the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there's a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness, in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog. Her body is still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, no, not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on, some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What did you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Merwald.
This lady sounds way
much
too
more
happy
than
laughing.
I. A watcher just like
Yeah,
you.
she does sound too
Helped
happy.
many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kanua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
I think I said... But yeah, she does sound too happy. I think...
One piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
I think she's happy to be talking to someone.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again. But less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What happened to you? She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer.
Oh, poor lady.
Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman.
I love her voice,
too. Meek, but warm-hearted.
I love her voice too.
A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
Ooh. What's an animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations, miracle workers. My parents were soul twins, miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other, turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid.
Oh, I wonder what would happen if a random met an animancer.
It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
I might be inspired with the dice.
Another question.
Of course, dear.
Farewell.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Caldara closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose. Your surrounding seems to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Ramas was granted Crucible of the Soul. Are you alright? You seemed lost just now. Yes, I'm fine. Well, that's good to know. But I don't suppose you could tell me what that was all about. I'm a watcher. His arched eyebrows receding to his hood. Well, that is interesting. Gives you a sly grin. And I expect that explains how you survived the Buick, In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these feelings. Do you know anything about watchers? Only that they're rare and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions. As you just demonstrated. Let's continue on.
17 and a half.
Smell of pipe smoke at once earthy and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-colored hair leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half.
Oh, look, it's
Could be 18,
Mercer.
depending on
Yeah.
how you count the dwarf woman.
I'm sorry?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you a moment, his eyebrow arched, his smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
Impossible, I don't drool half as much. Ha! So you're already familiar. Still, you'll have to forgive my curiosity. Around here, we prefer to turn a blind eye to our dead. Do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Best not use that word round here. There'll be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
What's that supposed to mean? Hey, don't blame me, I don't have a say. You can take my word for
The
that.
town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The war? Saints War. Only one in my lifetime. Fellow decides he's a living incarnation of Aethys, overthrows Red Saris, marches on Deerwood. So he gave him a Deerwood and hello. What's a Deerwood and hello?
We blew him up.
I love the way he says that. He smiles at this, but the smile is one of a joke recounting a joke for either effect rather than enjoyment. Who is Aethys? God of rebirth and redemption. Formerly, anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. I had other questions. I got
Gonna go sleep. Make sure Ramas survives all those Mercers.
Oh, I have a feeling he's gonna survive all the Mercers. Sleep well. Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Radric sent men down here the other day. Said they had it on good authority someone in the town was working with Kolsk, plotting Radric's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. Took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head, eyes fixated on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later, if not for plotting against Radric, then for protecting me. What does your town have against you?
Picked the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea.
Ew.
Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back.
Ooh.
After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the Legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
You can see why I was eager to leave. Who's Kolsk? Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Gives half smile. Drinking mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. Teddy, stop that! Sorry, my dog was sniffing the floor. Not a whole lot of places out here that don't think Weidman's legacy started with Weidman. We could travel together. Where are you headed? Some place called Cadnua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger. And a strange one at that. But, truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
Alright then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Let's get going. Check the character sheet. Ally faintly good, that's good. Let's go this way. Bye. Alfred's home. Kitty. Kitty. I can't pet the cat. I want to pet the cat. A dear wooden woman is standing in front of a fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Gods keep you.
Well, finally, I was starting to think... Oh, I'm sorry. I was expecting someone else. Can I help you? Nice cat. Oh, thank you. She's a sweetheart. Keeps the house clear of mice, too. Who were you expecting? My sister Kalisha. She's traveling with one of the caravans. She sent a letter before she came. Said she was going to pay her way by working guard for a caravan master. She was always a tough one. I don't suppose you've seen her on the road. Or the caravan, perhaps. It's Master Odema's. The caravan was attacked, and we escaped, but Kalisha was caught in a bivouac. She covers her mouth with a hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments she managed nothing but strangle, voiceless, gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kalisha was always so certain she couldn't take on any danger. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Her face crumples and a solitary tear slides down her cheek. Kalisha mentioned that she thought you needed help. Perhaps I can provide some assistance. Alfred looks at you with some surprise before dabbing at her nose with his sleeve. That's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. She wipes her eyes. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Alicia as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Radric, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. With my Hawthorne gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. I hope Kalisha could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being hollow-born, but she moved south to Anslog's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey is too far from me. I can't make it as I am. But I don't have anyone else now. It's Kalisha gone. More tears run down her face. Please, can you help me? I'll find Ranga for you. You will? Oh, God bless you. Here, I'll give you a coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of, well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. She gave you 20 copper. Our Flux Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. She clasped both her hands together. Thank you again. Truly, you'll be saving us both. She sets a hand on her stomach, smiling through her tears. Kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty.
I think it's actually raining in real life where I met.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Box! It has burst. A doggo. Ingrid's home. Wait. I haven't done some stuff there yet that I will need to do first. Ooh, stuff. Spring berries! Fuck yeah. Food! More berries. I got 3 people. I can take out a bear. To the Valewood. Teddy's looking at me funny. Also, I have a jacket on and I'm gonna take my jacket off because I'm getting a bit toasty. No, Teddy, no. I love you, but please don't squish my feet. Don't squish my feet. Sweet chunky baby. To the north to check up on the bear.
Inputting Shadow in his kennel right now, haha.
Puppy! Fuzzy babies. To the cave. Whee! Going to do magic smack.
Lava be on.
Heck, 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 heck. Pew! Heck yes! Cave coral, a bear. Motherfucking bear!
How about that?
Ooh. Scroll, tanglefoot, couple lockpicks, and money! Bitch! Heck, I just checked that. More cave coral. Gonna get what's in the box. It's a stick. A figure drifts suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twisting, cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with a heavy chill. He's going boop it. You reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moments of contact, you feel as if you've been struck by a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into a waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edges of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know suddenly that you have come a long way from the vale, hunting deer. Now you are standing before a cavern, and the darkness descends far into its depths. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There's a roar like thunder echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit, towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there's a sudden, terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, and fall. You scream, stumble, fall. Your thoughts are chaos, lanced through with pain. But in a moment of terrible clarity, you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed in crimson to match his cloak. And then there's a great, dark shape above you. And then there is more pain. The vision recedes, and you are thrown back into yourself with seemingly resentful force. The corpse lies at your feet. The specter lingers. The span of energy between you both, you feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. I met him on the road. Your friend. A sudden lashing anger emanates from the spirit. Rage and grief seem to pour from the gleaming figure like smoke. I'll find him, and see that he answers for what he's done to you. For a moment, the spirit seems to burn bright, and your head fills with a sickly triumph. The spirit seems to weaken with the force of its own exultation, growing fainter and fainter until you are alone once more. Bitch! I don't know why, but the word bitch is fun to say. I don't know why. I don't know why. There is a little portal this way, and I'm going to build it there. 8 hours. Ingrid's home. This man and woman appear to have been in deep conversation, working at closing two bulging satchels. They move to embrace, till the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Welcome.
Can we help you? She looks up to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this man, Anton? Yes, we met in the Valewood. I warned him about the bear. Glad to see you've made it. Was there something you wanted? You two seem to be in a hurry. Yes, I imagine so. We're packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay, and... well, in truth, I think I've had this fill of this town. Natan reaches around. It's time for some new scenery. I know what really happened in that bear cave, Nonton. I don't know what you mean. I told you the truth of it. Are you accusing him of something? Ingrid looks at Nonton. It is about the accident. We're both grieving Pearlie's loss, but it was the wild animal's doing. Nonton shakes his head minutely. You see it tremble in his hands. What makes you suggest such a thing? Why did you do it? He was your friend. He hesitates, and his expression darkens. My friend was a cruel enough man to his friends. You didn't know him. You wouldn't defend him if you did. His hand falls to his sword belt. Nonton, wait! Ingrid raises a hand. I don't know what you saw in that cave, but it wasn't what you think. Apparently, my husband, he was as much a beast as that bear. I tried to leave the first time I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. She looks away, expression pained. Nonton, we met, and I knew I'd found someone special. Someone kind. Someone who cared for me. Please, all we want is to leave this place, to start somewhere else. We've some coin, saved up. You could have it, if you'll only let us go. Keep the money. Use it to start your new life. Then, thank you, truly. I'm glad you understand. Only here, take this, at least. I hope it brings you luck. She looks at Nonton, smiling. We have a long journey ahead of us. Minor deflection, added to inventory. I wish you well on your own travels, stranger. We won't forget this. Stop. Book. Ah! Heck! I see. What does the ring do? Of deflection. Who has lowest deflection? Of course, it's Squishy Wizard Guy. He gets a ring. Fuck! It's the same. It's not as good as it. 12 to 18 piercing. Okay, I'm gonna sell all of those. Hey, there are more weaponry. Fuck! It's two-handed. Nope. Gonna sell all that shit. Hmm. Black Hammer Smithery. There I don't know. Gonna check out the windmill.
We know there's more grain in there, Trumbull. We won't settle for scraps so we grow fat on our crops. The first of you drunkards comes through that door gets a slap between the eyes. God's hear me, Svenir. I'll put you down like a dog. Come away for now, lads. But we'll be back, Trumbull. We'll have fair prices. By the flame, we'll have a reckoning.
Wow! Angry peoples. Is there anything up here? Mushrooms!
Got to go for the night, friend. Loved seeing you stream this.
Sleep well. I will try to put it on the YouTubes after I'm done. Hopefully. I'm gonna try. Will be cool. An elven man stands before you, his relatively stocky build suggesting a life of labor. His face is pale and drawn, and his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange worried glances. The miller raises a club as you enter. It shakes violently in his grip. Get back if you value your life. Put that down before you get yourself hurt. I mean it! I won't have Swainier and his lacking threatening me on my own mill. I thought you could use some help. Those people out there seemed pretty aggressive. Really? Hellions tits, I could use a friendly face. I take it you heard some part of... I got stuff on my controller, fuck. I take it you heard some part of what that crowd was asking for. Grain, as if I've got all tucked away somewhere. Swainier's been egging on like that for days now. They've been keeping it clear so far, but if things keep on like they are, I don't know how much longer we've got before things get messy. Please, if you're not here on his behalf, maybe you could speak to Swainier. He won't listen to me anymore. Just explain that we're all getting smaller rations now. We're all making sacrifices.
Oh, I had other questions. I'll go see what I can do.
He always sags. I'd be grateful if you did. He won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him we're all having a hard time of it, and I think we'll have to make some sacrifices. He'll be in your debt for it if you can convince him. I want to keep talking to this guy.
Hail and well met.
Oh my god, it's more Matt! Sounds like Pooh Matt. I had more questions about this whole situation.
Let's say to explain. It isn't very complicated.
If you don't want those people in here with torches, maybe you ought to stop lying to me.
I'm not... Look, it's no lie. The stores are really are low. There was so little grain going around. I had to raise prices for some people. There are folks in this town that deserve far better than Swinner and his lot. People who've done more for Gulfvale.
People like the magistrate?
I can't do anything about that. His voice is quiet. That's just how it works. Maybe things are different elsewhere. Here, Radrick's men, they keep the village safe, so they eat well. Losing that grain when it was going into the drinks at the inn. They don't make like kind neighbors when they insult my son, so go stumbling drum through my own crops. You'd think they're the ones that need to eat. Now the crops are sick, and the wind's too weak to get the windmill turning. Our village's children are born as empty shells. That's not my doing. This place is cursed, and Swainer and the others haven't done a thing to help the rest of us through the lean season. Is your self-righteousness worth losing your family over? He opens his mouth to protest, but his expression shifts into resignation before finally nods and speaks. You're right, he says quietly. I'm trying to plan for the future, but we're in danger here and now. Fine. Tell Swinyer and the others that I've reconsidered. Provided he pays the same as everyone else, he's welcome to his fair share. Let's hope we can trade for more supplies real soon, or we'll all be in a bad way. Yay! Yay! My dog just ran off. Hey, Daddy, want a scratch? I just scratched the chair and said, Daddy, come here! I want to give him the scritches, because he is a sweet baby, and I love him. And he deserves all the scritches. Sweet baby. Sweet, chunky baby. Chunky bab. He's a good boy. To the end! Flower! Mine. Oh god, Teddy, why? It stinks. Stinky baby. I love you, but you're stinky baby.
Hello.
I don't know who you are, and don't much care. Keep walking. We're not here to chat with foreigners. Careful. Looks like they're cut from the same cloth as those rowdies who attacked me. Ugh, smells like it too. I saw you outside of the mill. What was that about? Well, someone fancies himself a meddler, eh? What about it? It's about Trumbull thinking he's king of the town on account of he's got a mill to his name. It's about him barely giving anything for the wheat we bring him, and cutting our purses when we need to buy grain. The farmers going hungry while some bastard gets rich off their crops. That's what it's fucking about. Now shove off. What are you doing in here then? What does it look like? Drinking until I forget how much I want to put pitchfork through Trumbull's face. What if I told you that Trumbull's changed his mind about grain prices? What? You're serious? The old man's listening to reason? It's about time. I told him he'd come around, but damn if he didn't take his time about it. Here, buy yourself a drink now that we can afford it. Goes for you two as well. Drinks on me! Yay, moderate positive. Yeah. No level up, so. Oh, moderately good, so. Yes. Yay. Oh, we're relatively above halfway to leveling up. Gotta talk to this guy. Ah, Ciel, my savior! Sweeping gesture to indicate the kitchen. It's so good to be back. I do not think I will let this go unrewarded. I've decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets, my dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing less. You'll eat nothing else. A savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. Yay! I got pie, I think. Out we go. Going to kick ass and take names, motherfucker. Got to check inventory. Weaponry. I got books, 10 Years of Dawn, Deerwood Part 1, Deerwood Part 2, Deerwood Part 3, blah blah blah. I'll keep them for later. Might read them when I'm not streaming. Is there anything interesting over here other than... Oh, Spear Shield, Manny, Amethyst, Bloodstone. It did not work as I intended, so fuck. What's that potion? Oh, wizard stuff. Into the Black Hammer Smithery. This Aumaua man is of an impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is the dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears frame a square-jawed face coated in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach.
Welcome. You're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I do for you?
Is this your shop?
That it is. It's been here near on 20 years now. Seen all manner of things over the years. Good luck and bad. Tuatanu glances at the guards standing watch over the wall. But the Black Hammer Smithery remains.
Teddy just ran off.
What do you have here? You come to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. Stock's not what it used to be, but we find weapons and armor to offer yet. All forged right here at the Black Hammer.
What happened?
We just don't have the supplies. Been expecting the next delivery for near on a week now, and I haven't seen a sign of it. Have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road out east is crawling with them. My workers ran off with the wagon themselves, maybe to make some coin. As if that lot would dare.
He is right about the bandits. The dire situations in villages like this and the access to cities has created far too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts.
Tuatanu scratches his jaw, thinking, if you happen to be headed that way, maybe you could keep an eye out for a supply wagon. Or my shipments, at least. They'd be cutting through the Black Meadow, I expect. Only road good for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace Lord Radrick, against his nearby guard. And that's as it should be, but it doesn't leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron.
I'll see them back safe and sound.
I appreciate you trying anyhow. You're bringing back supplies at least. I'll have much more to offer you. A discount to start. And if you find my workers, I'll give them a good smack upside the head for me.
To the Black Meadow and the other places. So many places to go, so much stuff to do. My dog is a stinky baby, and I love him, but he's not in the room. I love my baby! My sweet stinky baby. Cows! Off we go. Oh, that's to the eastern wood. I don't want to go east, I want to go south. Ooh, flower. Mine. To a migrant's fork. Fork you. Fork you. I love it.
Lavaru beyond seek!
Wow, it just exploded. Ooh, Audra. Warps and twists in the live, gleaming Audra. Ooh, nice sword. But he's two-handed. Teddy decided to zoom. I love you, Teddy. You're a good boy. Oh, hello there. Begging your pardon, but you gave me a good fright. Thought I heard something rustling through the brush. Suppose it was just you, silly me. Don't suppose you happen to need some supplies? I thought I'd make my way Teddy! Over to Madame Bridge, but I'm starting to think I'd be better off heading back to town, getting a few folks together. Better safe than sorry, right? Say, did you hear something? Fuck. I know. Oh, I can change their AI now. Heck, no. Hi, Teddy. Customers. Don't want to use per-rest abilities. Because I want to save them. Aggressive save. And my dog is loafing. Oh, by the star in the sky, thank you. Never seen these basics so bold before. Strange times when. Here, take these. Headed back to Gilded Vale for certain. You can make better use of them. Well then, okay.
That's it!
Heck yes. Hi. Oh, just a second. I'll be right back. It wasn't much, everybody.
Saw you in the flames.
I read creepy guy. Squatting at the base of the statue is an incredibly ugly man with bulging red cheeks raked by pox scars and a scraggly beard. He is sweating as if he has a fever, but his breathing is measured and steady, like a slow push of a blacksmith's bellows. But that comparison feels strange and unwelcome. The next comparison, possibly sparked by his grin, is that of a bear trap. And then out of nowhere, there's this hint about chemical fire that fades almost as soon as you identify the smell.
Come to pray at the statue?
The question mark is barely there as the man makes a statement, and the statue takes on a reddish cast as if one is holding a torch to it, then slowly blooms into waving flames. The man doesn't turn as the statue blossoms into fire.
The others are welcome, but it's best if just you and I trade words, and your shadows stay quiet. Hands off their weapons, both arcane and steel. It's only you I want to trade words with anyway. I swear before the whore that is Margaret, no harm will come to you in her shadow. If that's enough of a promise for you. If not...
Strange choice of company. Stone seems cold comfort. Smiles slightly outwards and nods, never taking his eyes off you. I could do better, though the role tells little else. His eyes run the length of your frame, and he follows it with his hand. Until now.
The world holds many whores we worship. Respect comes with honest titles. I bet even you have gone against instinct in exchange for a little copper. Or paid for such in countless ways.
Bitch! I pressed the button.
But if I give offense, if words are all that are left to a man, then why in the Deerwood of all places he should have leave to speak them?
Gotta look at the statue. The weaving firelight from the statue gives off no heat. So much so, you wonder if it is some trick of the mind, but the ugly man before you doesn't seem to notice it or feel it, although the sheen on his brow is still present as if he is burning up from within. And look at him. The sudden weaving flames from the statue of Margaret cast more light on his features. The man's robes are dirty, stained with grease and other marks of the robe. Ugh. Hems of his robes, including the sleeves, are burned at the edges, as if he walked a great distance across a fire and reached into the flames with his hands to pull something out. While his hands are thick and calloused, they bear no burn or scorch marks. Gonna look at the stick. The staff looks thick, stout, of blackened ash, once burned by a terrible fire. Beneath the ash, the lines of the wood bear shapes and patterns, but there's clearly there's certainty the staff was once something far more dangerous. But not now. As you study it deeper, it shimmers slightly with your eyes, like water catching the light weaving across the statue. Whatever power was bled from the staff doesn't make it, or the wielder, any less dangerous. You look up to see the man watching you, studying the staff, as his gaze meets yours. He nods with a humorless smile. I didn't catch your name, or why you want to speak with me.
I didn't give it. You probably find names as useless as I do. The names that litter this world like debris are hard enough to wrap around the tongue. And what do they matter? It's what's beneath the skin and the letters I care about. What burns within. It's more important to me you're a watcher than whatever culture or accent decorates your letters like awkward crowns. Take pride in your actions, not where you hail from. Or how your name rolls off whatever liar's tongue coats it now. If you need a title to hang on me to match your own, Watcher, then call me Durance. And as you observe souls, I test them.
How did you know I was a watcher? He shakes his head and his hand curls tightly on his stuff. I can see the questions bubbling up. Let's burn them away one by one.
I am a missionary. I walk this diseased nation with its heathen, its people so careless with the spirits of others and their own, watchers among them. Yes, I know you for what you are, and your name doesn't interest me. Names are for honest folk, and you are a crack that shines light from another place.
Bitch!
We're meant to travel together, you and I. Saw you in the flames. Not your face, but that soul of yours. All tightened up, like a huntsman's knot.
You saw my soul in the flames.
There's things we can teach each other. If you're in need of answers to your mantle of questions. I don't force my words on anyone other than you. I don't care who walks with you or what their muling problems and politics are. There's enough howling in the world without me stoking that fire. I won't take from your provisions, don't need much on the road. I can carry my weight, which is considerable. Many will stand against you. They probably already have, from what I can see. Left their marks, it seems. Like a trail, worming its way behind you.
What kind of marks?
Disease? Spirit wind? Both could have touched you, yet here you stand. As for disease, not all of us were close to water when the pox hit. But it's no longer a passenger in my flesh. It left its marks as well. But like flames, the pox doesn't strike twice, nor is it catching.
If your stone mistress there allows it, then come on.
Her? Don't fear her jealousy. Let us see what the road holds, Watcher.
Trials of Durance.
That's for my...
Anna! Yeah!
I'll be ending the stream after I finish that map I was on.
There, that one. Get that one.
I shall...
Die, bitch. Ours. Ours.
The black meadows over there.
Oh, what a flower.
St. Giron's horn. I want to burn.
Oh, it's branching away. Want to burn the troll, not my buddies. Stuff. And what down here? Slog. Oh, there was something I was going to do in the Valewood. I'm gonna end it in the Valewood. So blah 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 blah. I'm tired. It's late. I am sleepy. Scale the wall, ask a deer to help. A deer finds a handhold upon one of the large stones, starts the climb. Despite a few loose rocks and awkward angles, deer makes swift progress and quickly arrives at the top of the wall. Once there, a deer helps you up and over the side. Stop! And that's it. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got the cool sword, a book. Let's see. Heck, a grimoire. Let's see what can Ramas add to his. Going to learn that. Going to learn that. Going to learn that. Going to learn that. How much monies do we have? We have some monies left over. Going to go to Alon. Heck! He is going to learn this. Thanks. Ramas gets those. Reflex plus healing bonus. You get this. You get that. I'll check that out next time. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. I don't like having all these save files. They just take up space. Okay, and I'm going to shut this down now and then go to bed. Bye!